Hey guys, my name is Ryan.
And my name is Miska.
And welcome to Overwatch Central. Ryan, you sound amazing today, thank you. New mic, finally got it all sorted out, so let's get straight into today's video. One of the most interesting buffs, or exotic buffs, we saw in the PTR patch was on Hanzo. Now, we've been at Gamescom this past week, and overall we haven't really played a lot of this hero, and as a warning, the gameplay on screen from one of our streams is pretty damn awful. I suck at playing Hanzo, but I felt this game showed a lot of good things about him and a lot of bad. So let's go with this. Initially, this was going to be a video all about Hanzo, but in reality, we haven't really had the chance to properly play him. Also, at the same time, a nerf came out for Hanzo, which we'll go over in a second, and also a buff to Soldier, which we want to briefly go over, as it doesn't warrant a full video on its own. So first, we're going to talk about Hanzo, where he stands in the meta right now, and then we're going to briefly talk about Soldier at the end of this video. But mostly, we're here for the Hanzo.
So, first off, last night's patch change real quick. There aren't any patch notes, but a post from Jeff Goodman, principal game designer. In short, Hanzo's projectile size was squashed by 33%, meaning that his arrows are less like logs and sort of more like big sticks. Now, let's go over the initial changes to Hanzo. Hanzo now moves a bit quicker when he has his bow drawn compared to earlier, and the arrows also fly faster through the air. There was also a change with the projectiles, meaning that Hanzo's arrows are more forgiving and will catch enemies a lot easier. I'm sure you're seeing all the hitbox videos going around, and this kind of has to do with that. Anyway, as we just said, this was now nerfed, but from what we've experienced, he still seems like a pretty strong pick, at least a much stronger pick than before. This mixed with the faster arrows means that Hanzo can now get those pickoffs a lot easier. He has quite a few abilities in his toolkit as well that are quite versatile, especially the sonar arrow, and I'm sure we all know that the ultimate can be game changing in itself. But does this mean that we can stop wincing every time we see a Hanzo on our team, and instead look at it as a potentially positive thing?
The answer to that particular question remains to be seen. Of course, the PTR as of right now is full of Hanzo players who have been waiting for their time in the sun for so long, and not every PTR change that is in there will reach the live servers. To see how Hanzo actually does from now with these changes is going to take time. We're going to run into some great Hanzo players and also plenty of terrible ones. On average, we need to see how they do, but from the changes already we can see that Hanzo can land more shots and do more damage. So it's a start. Hell, if somebody as bad as me can get a kill streak like in this video, imagine this in the hands of players like Seagull or Kib from Reunited. So we've kind of concluded that Hanzo is in a much better position right now than he was in, but is he now good enough to be a viable pick in the competitive scene?
We're going to go with no if we have to pick between yes or no, at least in the majority of situations and as of right now. We saw Kib pull out the old version of Hanzo in the ESL Atlantic Showdown on King's Row on attack and do absolute work with it. Hanzo is great for keeping tabs on where the enemy are, as well as an ultimate that packs a punch. But when you're playing Hanzo badly or have a bad Hanzo on your team, you may as well be playing 5v6 honestly. He was just way too inconsistent before and is a little bit more consistent now, but maybe not quite enough. It'll be interesting to see how he does when Season 2 comes around though, but honestly, we're not really holding our breath here. So many other heroes can be picked in Hanzo's place and work so much better a lot of the time at least. Maybe not so much with consistency of damage, but by playing the objective and doing so quickly. Hanzo has a high skill cap and can do absolute wonders when played properly, but remember that Overwatch is an objective-based game, consistency is very important, and hitscam will just always be a little bit more reliable.
Now before we say our goodbyes, I want to briefly talk about the changes that also happened to Quick Melee as well as Soldier. We've seen a similar change to Quick Melee in terms of how Genji plays. He cannot Swift Strike and Melee at the same time, so they've tried to separate it out a little bit, and it seems that they're trying to do that across all characters as well. The Soldier change basically narrows down to this. Your gunfire spreads a lot quicker, but once you stop firing, it goes to the central point a lot faster as well. So basically what this means is with burst fire, it's a lot more effective at medium to long ranges. Holding the primary fire down will make the spread happen a lot quicker, so you don't want to be holding the button down, you want to be firing it in short bursts. I really like this at the moment with Hitscan. McCree is the only real option here, and we've played a lot of Soldier as well, and he feels really good, and we're really looking forward to where he stands in the meta. And that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Do let us know what you think of Hanzo. Do you think he's in a good space right now, or do you think that his arrows are a little bit too bullshit still? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you next time.